Greetings, thank you for joining me today. Back in the kitchen once again, and today I thought I'd show you this interesting coffee percolator that the missus found in a charity shop. Now it's interesting because it seems to be made of some, well, standard-ish components, but it has a kind of handmade quality to it. I kind of like it. It also works, which is nice, and works with an Aga or a gas stove, or even the electric tabletop hob. So it's got a lid component. Now the lid, it looks like someone's taken the top of a sweet jar and made the hole in this aluminium lid a little bit larger to accommodate the jam jar top, the sweet jar top. So it's bodged in there. It holds the place though, so can't complain. That might not have been the original lid, or the original way it was set up. However, it looks cool when it's working. Next we have the wee bay where it's got perforated holes, and of course that's where you ladle it with lots of coffee of your choice. It works just as well with Awful Instant as it does with a decent coffee, though of course why would you inflict Awful Instant on yourself? The tooling's not handmade underneath. It clearly was made from some sort of pressed mould. That's fine. And of course it's got a lip on it which helps it seat on the base here. And it also has this kind of a funnel that goes into the water, and the idea is if you fill the pot here with water and then you heat it up and it funnels up into the chamber here, sprays all over the coffee. Well, actually it sprays up into this, then it sprays down on the coffee, and after a while it circulates around quite a bit. You can circulate it as long as you like to get multiple passes and get the most flavour out of your poorer coffees, I guess. And yeah, makes a nice pot of coffee if you know what you're doing with it. So let's see it in action, shall we? So I'm going to take out the funnel bit. I have washed it. It sits on the shelf normally, just gathering dust, because it's by no means the best coffee percolator in our collection. Please excuse the hard scale water. Now you have to be quite careful how deep you fill this. If you fill it too deep, then when it boils the water just comes out the spout here, which is no good. It's a bit of trial and error, not ideal if you're using it on top of something you want to keep pristine. Okay, so I'm giving myself a cinematic advantage here because I'm using freshly boiled water for this, so it should heat up pretty quickly, and that way you're not hanging around watching forever. And there we go, pop that in there. Now, because it's likely going to end up on the countertop, I'm going to use some Illy Intenso. It's strong and it's not instant, so it's got that going for it, but it's by no means the premium stuff, although it's a premium price. Let's just give ourselves an even layer all the way around. Now, experts in the field, of course, would always recommend that you measure it out every time and get find the ideal weight for each measuring. Yeah, I agree, you should, but I don't always have the time. So long as I just cover the whole base, I should be pretty sure that I'm going to get what I need out of it. I have friends who will reuse a tea bag, and they'll probably use something like this to boil multiple cups of coffee, just refilling the water, because once you've got that puck there. However, that's not me. I'll use it once and I'll throw it away. It goes in the compost, by the way. Used coffee does well for the compost. Now, you can put it on any stove to warm it up, but I'm going to pop it on the Argus. So let's move it over there. Ah yes, it's about ready to go now. It's coming out brown, that water, so that's good. Ouch. Now, as anyone who's owned one of the Italian cafetières, the ones that screw together, that also have a plastic handle, you'll know that the plastic handle can be a design flaw in the whole design, because if you've got it on a gas stove, that plastic handle can melt. In fact, it will melt quite easily if I leave it too long on the Aga, and then I'll come back to a puddle of plastic. Cannot be left unattended. So I guess this forces you to take time with your coffee, to take time to sit and watch it, and yeah. And if you can't take time to watch your coffee, really, you're not taking time to watch yourself. So it's all about self-care. In some cases, you know, whether it's this or whether it's how you brew your tea, whatever you do, you've got to take time for yourself. Let's see how it looks anyway. I was going to use a nice cup, but let's have the ceremonial beaker instead. See if I can steady my hands enough. There we go. As you can see, it came out quite nice. Quite a dark brew. Now the trick is doing this without touching the lid, because that glass lid is scalding right now. Now it doesn't make an awful lot of coffee. Which is, I guess, an argument for filling it up again and using the puck twice, but it is what it is. Nice dark coffee. It smells, well, yeah. This particular coffee, I mean, it's good for cooking, let's put it like that. It makes a great, and if you run out of all your good coffee, it's great for that as well. Yes, I have milk in my coffee. That's about right. Yeah, and this stuff comes out grey because that's the sort of coffee it is. I guess you're probably not supposed to add milk, but I need it. Anyway, whatever you do, have a great day and bye for now.